in this mess because society's lost sight of what's most important. What matters most to me is my faith and my family. And I know I'm not the only one who believes that way. So we're joining together as God-fearing people to take the light into the darkness.
You know, the Texas Panhandle and western Oklahoma have been really good to us over the years, and we've taken some great bucks in that area. And it could be because there's more deer that call that area home than actual people. So staffer Brant Hill has a buddy, Tyler Underwood, who's never actually killed a buck, and Brant can't think of a better place to take him than the Panhandle of Texas, where hopefully he can get a crack at his first buck with his Bergara rifle.
Well, night number 1, Childress, Texas rifle season. We've come to a pretty good honey hole. These deer are funneling from the west to the east, which is unfortunate because we're looking into the sun, but they're coming out of these sand hills, coming into the wheat behind us, and our farmer surprises, and we've got wheat in front of us this year. So I got Tyler, buddy of mine who's great at owns this, been friends since we were little kids. We're gonna play pong and do some doe management, hopefully kill a big buck.
Well, it's been a pretty slow evening for Brant and Tyler. They've seen a few does, but they haven't seen that big buck that they're looking for. But right at last light, a doe steps out in the field in front of them, and right behind her is a buck.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'd wait for him to stop and get it right on his shoulder. That's good.
Oh, dude, you just killed your first buck. He dropped dead in his tracks. How about that?
I'm shaking.
Boom.
Just pulled this buck out of the woods. Hit him with the Bergara 6.5 Creedmoor. Also had the PTP tactical suppressor on, which really helped. Just super stoked to get this buck. It's real full-bodied, probably 4.5-year-old. Just really happy to have found him, and just really stoked right now.
This segment's been brought to you by Vortex Optics with the unlimited, unconditional lifetime warranty. Learn more at vortexoptics.com and by these fine sponsors. This segment's brought to you by Covert Scouting Cameras, #1 in trail camera technology with unmatched customer service. Learn more at covertscoutingcameras.com and by these fine sponsors.
Brant Hill knew that his time in the deer woods was going to be limited this year. Back in April of 2018, Brant was able to marry his wife Leslie, and I was actually honored to officiate that wedding for them. But not long after the wedding, they found out they were expecting, so Brant knew that his window for hunting was going to be pretty limited this fall. So when Oklahoma muzzleloader season rolled around, Brant grabbed his CVA, and he was not going to be super picky.
Just got in here, got set up in this little timber belt. Got a wheat field to the east of me, and I've got a big wheat field south of me, or north of me, that loops around to the west and goes back to the south. There's a big thicket of timber back to the southwest. We've got a couple of good bucks on camera, but just not a good wind to get in there. We've got a tree standing on lone cottonwood, and those deer coming by it, but with the wind I've got, and as late as I got out here today, it wasn't a good fit. And then across the road is really thick. I don't know if there's any cows in there. We met the guy that hunts it. He's got some pictures of some pretty good deer. I'm hoping now that our wheat's established, maybe gonna funnel some of those bucks out with these does, just bumping, checking. I'd like to hold out for a really good buck. We've got several of them, but a doe would do. We've got a lot of does. We counted over 300 last weekend, so.
Well, as you can see, Brant is seeing a ton of deer, a ton of does, and he really wants to get a buck. But once again, he doesn't have time to be picky. So if a buck doesn't step out right before last light, then Brant's gonna let one of these big nanny does have it with his CVA muzzleloader.
Shot my first deer of the year. It's a doe. We've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. So we just had a little bit of shooting light left. A few minutes of legal light. I shot this doe right here about 80 yards. I started to funnel up out of this low spot.
The CVA muzzleloader and 50 caliber paired with the Vortex Optics is a deadly combination. She didn't run 80 yards, toppled over dead, so she was an easy find laying out here in the wheat field.
This segment has been brought to you by Hunter's Cloak, helping you hide your stink. Learn more at hunterscloak.com and by these fine sponsors.
We are so excited about being partnered with Thorn Broadheads. Thorn Broadheads is changing the game with their patented hidden blade technology. What makes the thorn broadhead so unique is that the blades are actually hidden inside of the shaft, held together with a little shear pin, and when it makes contact with flesh, the rip tip pushes back, deploying the blades, making a cut on contact blade that is absolutely devastating. They have multiple options for crossbow and for compound hunters, including the all-new Rift, a 2.2-inch devastating cut. I have personally seen these broadheads in action, and I'm telling you, these things are for real. So to become a dealer or to order yours, check them out at thornbroadheads.com.
This segment's brought to you by HHA Sports, the leader in single pin technology. Made in America with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at hhasports.com. And by Automatic Manhood, the 6-week video-based Bible study series from Final Descent Outdoors. Order yours at finaldescentoutdoors.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Stafford Trenton Gaines lives in the Texas Panhandle, actually just a few miles down the road from Stafford Justin James. And earlier in the year, Justin was able to take a great buck with his bow, with Trenton behind the camera. Well, now it's Trenton's turn, and he's gonna hop behind the Mathews, and hopefully Justin can return the favor and film Trenton take a great buck in the Texas Panhandle.
All right, guys, we're out here going to check some of our covert cameras this afternoon. Had some real heavy rains and stuff move in. We got 2 good bucks coming in here to this particular place, and we're within about 4 days of season opening up. We got out here last week, and this buck had finally showed up. The second time he's been here all summer long. We started putting the buck blitz out a few weeks ago. Man, he's been hitting it really good. So we're gonna sneak in here and get some cards pulled and see if we can't get a couple of these bucks patterned before the season opens up. So we're gonna walk in here and see kind of what we got going on.
You won't find 2 guys who believe more in buck blitz than Justin and Trenton. I mean, they've had a ton of success using it. And with a pile of buck blitz on the ground, they know it won't be long for the deer to start piling in.
We got a buck that we call him Deanie that we nicknamed. We had 2 pictures of him in first part of July, and he just disappeared on us. And we went 2.5 months without ever getting another trail cam picture of him. And then we started baiting with buck blitz pretty heavy right there in first to middle part of September. And who would have thunk it if the first time we put the buck blitz out here, he'd come back. So we put a game plan together. We've been out here every week dumping out 20 to 30 pounds of buck blitz a week, and he's been in here steady. We just never had the right wind to get back in here on him. So got a good one this evening, poured out some buck blitz whenever we first got here, and we'll just sit back and see what happens.
This segment's brought to you by Lane Shark and their innovative front-mounted brush cutters, proudly made in the USA. Learn more at lanesharkusa.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Now it's time for the Real Avid Tech Tip of the Week.
We are so excited to be partnered with Glory Nock. So if you're not using a lighted nock, you have no idea what you're missing. The Glory Nocks make finding your game or your arrow that much easier. One of the frustrating parts about using lighted nocks is getting them on and off, but that's not the case with Glory Nock. They're easy to turn off with no tools required. And best of all, they're super lightweight and extremely durable. And the super bright LEDs on the Glory Nock come in multiple colors. They also have an incredibly long battery life, lasting over 20 hours. So to become a dealer or to order yours, check them out at glorynock.com.
This segment is brought to you by Woodhaven Custom Calls. Support our ministry by using promo code FINALDESCENT10 at checkout. Place your order at woodhavencustomcalls.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Well, with plenty of daylight, one of their big hit list bucks steps out of the brush.
Here, buddy. We got him. We got him. Oh, my Lord. Can you believe that?
I can't.
Can you believe that?
Look at all that blood right here. Blood. Are you kidding me? Golly.
Satan, your kingdom must come down. Satan, your kingdom must come down.
We have busted our tails for years chasing these big whitetails with stick and string, and for it to happen this year, opening morning, Justin killed a big 9-pointer with his bow, and here we are 14 days into the Texas season, and we're tagged out. We're truly blessed this year. Absolutely blessed.
You know, a lot of people would consider the Texas Panhandle and western Oklahoma no man's land, but to those folks who love to deer hunt, it's a pretty darn good place to be.
Gonna pray until they take kingdom down.
You know, not a lot of people call this area home. I mean, you're a long way really from anything. I mean, from the little town I grew up in, it was 50 miles, even to the closest Walmart. You know, when I think about this, I'm reminded of Mathews 7:13 that tells us to enter through the narrow gate, because the gate that leads to destruction is easy and wide, and many will find it. You see, not all of us are going to enter into heaven. It's only those that know Jesus that get to enter through that narrow gate. So today, the question is, do you know Jesus as your Savior? Are you entering through the narrow gate? You know, being a good old boy or being a nice guy is just not going to be good enough. It's actually having Jesus as your Savior, making Him the Lord of your life. If you haven't done that, we would love to help you make that decision. You can go to our website, you can send us an email, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, shoot us a message there. We would love to help you begin a relationship with Jesus Christ. It's never too late. So thanks so much for watching today's episode, and we'll see you next week.
Bailey's Outdoor Shop is the official taxidermist of Final Descent Outdoors. Closed captioning brought to you by Real Avid.
Strut your stuff!